right. So just a quick reminder, the reason that you're watching the full what do you call that? Full balance of the fireworks is because I need some time to do what I need to do backstage. So just to be truthful, I just need some time to get a few things together to get a few things together. So thank you for dealing with the fireworks. Plus, they're kind of fun though. They're kind of fun. All right, so let me see what I'm going to do today. Hey, good morning, Nan. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, Linda. Thanks for checking in with me early on this early day. All right, so I'm not wearing my metal shirt today. My actual metal. My metal is right here. It's right here. It's very close. Very close. I decided that today I'll just hold it and you know that it's there. It is there. All right. So that said, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I want to first of all admit that I did not do the dice challenge yesterday. I told you what the dice challenge was. I told you there was two, but I didn't do it until this morning, until just now. So, and I think honestly, if I didn't have the pressure of the show, then I wouldn't have done it. Honestly, like I wouldn't have had the extra mounting pressure of the show. I wouldn't have done it myself. So I hope there's someone out there who I am guilting into doing it now, because it's important that you take that small amount of money and set it aside. You've got to do it. So let me read my promo. I found it yesterday. I was looking for it yesterday. I couldn't find it. Found it. Here we go. If you only spend, you'll stay poor. If you only save, you'll stay middle class. But if you want to get wealthy, you must invest. You must invest. It's not optional. See, so you've heard me say this on the show before. It's been a while, so I'll say it again. So what we've discovered together is that what I just said, if you only spend and save money, you're going to keep yourself vacillating between the middle class and the poor class. But if you want to get wealthy, you've got to invest. You've got to learn how to invest. And that means thinking about your money in a different way. Because in the way that we're talking about it for the purpose of the show, we're talking about long-term investment. That's what we've discovered. The long-term investing is tried and true. It's tried and true. So I guess that's enough for now. Let's go ahead and roll the dice and get into it, and we'll take it from there. All right, let me just make sure I got everything. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so here we go. Dice roll challenge 3. Oh, wow, that's funny. Yesterday was 2. The day before that was 1. And today's day 3. Oh, isn't that something? That's pretty cool. So, okay, so today is day 3. So, you know this if you haven't already heard it. What you need to do is take $3 out of your regular checking account and transfer it into a separate checking account, a savings account, an account that you've set up to set aside to be a separate place for your money, your investment money to be. See, the thing is, you've got to isolate that money outside and away from your regular money. You've got to move it somewhere, because once you do that, you don't see it in your balance, your regular balance where your regular regular your paychecks come. You have it set aside in the separate place for it. So this is very important. And the second thing that's very important is you can't think of this money as a reserve fund. You cannot think of this money as a reserve fund. Once it's transferred over, you got to forget about it. You got to forget about it. Now, in terms of forgetting about it, you need to figure out who you are at this point. You've got to figure out, are you the kind of person who needs to invest quickly, or are you the kind of person who needs to invest slowly? So I say that because once you move the money over, you've got to move it. So if you're the kind of person who likes to move money quickly, you want to transfer the money immediately. Like, all right, so you've moved the money from your regular account over into your savings account, your investment account, right? So say you got $2, right? You've got to figure out how to move it. Like, I feel like I'm making it too complicated. Basically, you got to decide whether you need to move it quickly or not. See, so you might have $1.26 in that account, right? Might have $1.26 in that account. Speaking for myself, I had $1.26 yesterday, and so I just added my $2, so I have $3.26, right? Now, if I'm a person who needs to invest quickly, then I would quickly grab that $3.26 and move it over into my banking accounts. My what's that thing called again? The warring accounts. I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now, but the accounts where you will fight, I guess. I mean, the places where you put the money to be invested. Yes, thank you, Nan. Thank you, Nan. Thank you, Nan. Set aside into my brokerage account, right? So if I need to be quick, then I'll move that $3.26 quickly into my brokerage account, right? So that's important, because I might be a slow person. I might be someone who needs to have stacked up like $300, $400, $500, and have a nice little grip of money that I transfer over to my brokerage account, right? But it's important to understand which kind of person are you. The point is, you need to avoid feeling like this is the money that's going to save you, the emergency fund. See, if saving up like $400, $500, $600 in that account makes it feel like, oh, I can just slide in here and use this money quickly, then you don't want it. You don't want it. So move their money quickly. All right. So thanks to Nan for helping me out with the commentary. So that's what I want to say. Like, you want to transfer the money quickly, and don't get caught up. Don't get caught up thinking about how small the money is. Like I told you what mine is. Mine was $1.26 yesterday, right? Now I've added $2. I'll add $3, and look how fast that's growing. Look how quickly it's growing. And that money set aside is where you need to put your money to invest. All right? Okay. Now we've moved the money into our brokerage account. We have to talk about where to invest it, right? So I came up with one of the main funds yesterday, which is the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 is a smorgasbord. Like, it is such an amazing thing, because you're talking about 500 stocks at once, 500 stocks. So in other words, these companies, S&P 500 is a short for S&P Standard and Poor's. So that's one company that has put this together. But there are other companies. There are other companies. Let me just leave it at that. That have put together their own S&P 500. But the point is the same. They have done the work to create this big rock, big rock of 500 companies, right? Now, if you buy into one share of the company, you get to invest into all those companies at once. So, in other words, the company, the people who have done the work have identified 500 of the biggest, boldest companies for sale on the stock market. Like that's one of the criteria. Like you have to be, I think it's $40 million. I think so. There's something close to that. There's something really shocking in terms of the money. All of the companies have that same firework. Like they have that same level of success. You've got to have that same level of success. And if your company dips below, and this has happened, the people who have made this company will come in and take that company out and slide a new company in. Just like that. You don't even have to know about it. You don't have to get any notification. It just happens automatically. So the important thing is if you're going to own something, you need to own the S&P 500. Now, I understand it is a high price point. It costs about $470. Let's say $500 per share. All right, $500 per share. But imagine what you're getting though. You're getting access to all those companies, right? And this is important. It takes time. It takes time. Because what you're going to do, like I did it too. What you're going to do, you're going to buy a stock of the S&P 500, the S&P 500. You're going to buy it, and then you're going to look the next day. You're going to look. You're going to wait for the arrow to go up. But you've got to understand that the stock market is built for patience. It's built for patience. And so you're not looking to see what the arrow says until 3 to 5 years from now. But in the time period of 3 to 5 years, you will see that your money will start to climb, right? So as long as you can hold out until 3 to 5 years, you're going to win. You're going to win. I see no other way of saying that, but you're going to win. Like I've done so much studying on this show, so much research on the show that I have to say that the S&P 500 is a way to go. It's the way to go. Like, yes, there are lots of other ways, but this is the main way that, and just give you one solid thing to chase after. Like if you want to reach out for something to help you grow and just forget about it, S&P 500. S&P 500. Put your money down and let it go. All right? Okay. All right. So shout out. I'm doing some shout outs real quick. Shout out to Janet and Mama Janet. And thanks for wait a minute. A question. How am I feeling about bonds? All right, I'm going to say something really quick before I move on about bonds. So bonds are something that I learned from Warren Buffett. I'm not talking about I had dinner with Warren Buffett or something. I'm saying I've read his teachings. And Warren Buffett says that if something were to happen to him, the 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 way his estate is arranged is that 90% will be of his savings will be put into index funds. Index funds is like the S&P 500. Like that's exactly what we're talking about. In S&P 500, there are different index funds for different areas, but S&P 500 is a top is one of the best. And if you confuse yourself because there's so many, then you'll confuse yourself easily. So anyway, he said he'll put 90% in in um in in mutual funds. In mutual funds? Help me out, Nan. Put that in. So but also that 10% will be put into bonds, because bonds is like um, yeah. So I'm just putting up what? Oh, index funds. All right. So what? So wait a minute. What I'm saying is okay. So what I'm saying is Warren Buffett says that his philosophy, his whole portfolio will be will be condensed into two things. 90% will be index funds, and 10% will be bonds, because bonds are about debt from the government, right? Now, I don't understand how that works. I honestly don't understand it. But I understand that Warren Buffett has a huge. Oh man, I can't get it with the words today. Um, his net worth, his net worth is massive, and if he's willing to transfer his net worth, if something were to happen to him, into those two things, and that's it, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. So you should have a bond, but what kind of bond? What's the right kind of bond? I don't know yet. But it is important that we own bonds because Warren Buffett said so. Warren Buffett, like the guy is immortal. So that's what I have to say about that. Okay, so enough for the questions. Let me get on to section 2. All right. Okay, so let me close out of that and move into section 2. So section 2, I want to say a couple interesting things. So first of all, I want to do a news section like Reverend Mel. So this will be the hero news. The hero news, right? Hero news. Okay. So first of all, let's start off with pain. I started off talking about pain yesterday, and I think I'm going to continue that. And that's because there's so much to say about pain, and it comes out in so many different ways. People think that because I am fighting harder, that I must be feeling better. That's sometimes true and sometimes not. Like I am fighting hard to get out here and run every day, and that doesn't mean that I don't feel like I feel like running. Like it's a difficult dance I'm doing with fighting to get past my body's hurts and get out there and run, because it does hurt me physically to run. I mean, it hurts me physically every day, all day, every day. Like my world right now is a set of of pain, right? And what I've done is I've let that pain keep me from doing this show a lot. Because as you know, I did a little bit of live work during during the marathon, and then after that, I wasn't doing much, and that's because of the pain. Now, I just want you to understand that just because I get out and I run every day does not mean it's easy for me. It does not mean it's easy for me. It means that I'm pushing past the pain, right? Pushing past the pain. So I hope someone out there understands that. If you hear someone talking about Sekou and they're talking about him in a light and he's doing all this stuff, yeah, that's cool, but let them know that he's pushing past the pain in order to do those things. Okay? All right. So that's that. Other hero news tips, speaking engagements. I want you guys to check out the site, my website, because I want some people to see what I'm talking about in terms of like how I structure the site so they'll be open to giving speaking engagements. Because I've done my fair share of giving speaking engagements, but I wasn't really into it. Like I have been blessed. I've been blessed. And I recently opened for Lee. Man, he's on my website. Anyway, I've been blessed in order to speak in front of people, and that's great. But now I want to focus on this as something I do, because what has happened is people are really paying attention to what I'm saying now. People are really paying attention to what I'm saying now, because I don't really know, but I feel like the way that I'm speaking, the way that I'm trying to fight everything and fight my pain and deal with it is helping someone in some way cope with their own pain. And so I want to give that gift to someone. And also it's hard. It's hard for me, because being in this space and being able to speak like this, it's kind of rough for me personally, because I've had this show for months, right? And being able to speak so well. So I have to work with it, not being able to connect words and whatnot. But I am pushing myself out there as a motivational speaker so that people can see that it's happening for me right now in this moment. And I want to see what that does. So please check out my website and let me know what you think. And yeah, that's that. Okay. So also on the Hero Charity News is the Hero Charity Run. So my mom was talking to me about PlayStation. I don't know what's going on with me with names today. Man. Anyway, so one of the chapters of the nonprofits that I work with, they were doing a what they do for the unhoused, and they did it recently, and I was thinking, well, I was trying to figure out how to get on, how to be a part of it, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And then I saw these texts from the oh man, the nonprofit. I got these texts from the nonprofit about how much they enjoy themselves and how much they've done already. So I was really excited about that, and I wanted to be part of that too. So, long story short, I have reinvented the Hero hoodie. Now I've got two different hero hoodies. I've got the diamond hero hoodie, and that's for me. That's for me about. Well, I won't go into why just yet. But I also have the original hero hoodie with the crown on it, and that is for me to give back to this organization that has taught me so much about the world and about helping the unhoused community. So if you want to check, you go to my website and you can see that there's this one hoodie. I had a lot of things before. I had, coats, well, not coats. I had socks and all these things. But there was some kind of display, some kind of, I don't know what happened, but I only was able to get one hoodie. But I got the one hoodie up, and so if you like to support it, once you buy one, you're buying two hoodies at the same time. You're buying one for you that you can wear, and the second hoodie will come to me, and I will give it to the various nonprofits that work with the unhoused community. Okay? So, okay. All right. So please check it out. Please Please go to, once again, saycrewrites.com and check out the speaking engagements too. Okay. I think that's it. I don't know what's going on with the names for me today, but hey, it is what it is. All right. So, thank you. Thank you, Fee King. Here's my website, saycrewrites.com. I hope you can just write it down really quickly, saycrewrites.com. All right. And all right, I think that's it. All right, so keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect. And I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm doing live this whole week. This is day 2. I'm trying to make it, y'all. I'm trying to make it. And yeah, and that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Take care. Remember that now is better than perfect. Later.